What if I told you that alien life might be floating, not crawling? That is the crushing skies of a gas giant. Bizarre life forms could drift like living balloons, feast on energy storms, and never touch the solid ground. Today we're plunging into a gas giant's roiling, alien skies to imagine what life could look like in a world with no surface, no sunlight, and storms that never end. This is speculative biology. This is gas giant life. Let's begin with the environment. Gas giants like Jupiter or Saturn aren't places we'd associate with life. They're made mostly of hydrogen and helium, with atmospheres so thick and deep they could swallow Earth many times over. There's no solid ground, just layers upon layers of gas that grow hotter, denser, and darker the deeper you go. Lightning drips across the clouds with voltages far beyond Earth's fiercest storms. Winds whip around the planet at up to 1,000 kilometers per hour. But this violent, dynamic world also has gradients layers where temperatures and pressures might allow life to flourish. And in those sky oceans, evolution could take a most unexpected form. In the upper atmospheres of gas giants, there exists a region where temperatures are moderate and pressures are tolerable. This is the habitable zone of the gas giant, a specific altitude range where clouds are cool, enough not to destroy complex molecules, and where sunlight or internal heat might be sufficient for biochemical reactions. Life here wouldn't need to touch the ground. There is no ground. It would float, suspended in the dense gases, living entirely in the air, like plankton drifting in a planetary ocean of clouds. The floaters are perhaps the most iconic gas giant inhabitants in speculative biology. These creatures are like flying jellyfish, but huge meters, maybe kilometers wide. Their bodies are filled with hydrogen or methane, lighter than the surrounding atmosphere, allowing them to drift with minimal effort. Using long, trailing tendrils or filtering appendages, they extract nutrients and chemical compounds from the atmosphere. If the gas giant receives sunlight, it may carry photosynthetic membranes. If not, they rely on chemosynthesis, absorbing the byproducts of complex chemical storms. They may even have bioluminescence, blinking in patterns across the clouds like celestial jellyfish. Predators don't need feet to chase. The hunters are fast, sleek, and built for ambush. These smaller, more agile creatures ride the winds and descend in bursts, piercing the floaters with sharp tentacles, or injecting enzymes that dissolve internal gases and tissues. Some may be solitary. Others could hunt in packs, communicating with vibrations or electric pulses. Their sensory systems would be highly tuned heat, pressure, electromagnetism. On a gas giant, the atmosphere itself is a vast acoustic and electric jungle. Most alien life would likely be microscopic. Imagine vast clouds of microbial plankton, billions of species drifting in the gas, each playing a role in the ecosystem. Some would capture light, others would digest chemicals or live symbiotically inside larger creatures. Some might glow, forming radiant clouds. Others might clump together into colonies, forming the scaffolding of higher organisms. In many ways, these microscopic organisms would form the true base of the food chain, fueling all other life. How would evolution shape life in an endless sky? Without solid surfaces, creatures would evolve to ride currents, use gas bladders, or produce energy from lightning or internal planetary heat. Adaptations might include ultra-thin membranes to absorb energy, buoyancy control systems, and symbioses that stabilize larger ecosystems. Some life forms may never stop moving. Others might cycle between active and dormant phases, triggered by temperature, pressure, or chemical gradients. The deeper you go into a gas giant, the stranger it gets. Pressure increases by the second. Temperatures climb past the boiling point of metals. How could anything survive? Some theorists imagine life that feeds on heat, pressure, and magnetism. Shells of graphene-like material could protect inner organs. Magnetic sensory organs could orient creatures within vast planetary fields. A few might even survive the intense radiation belts that surround some gas giants using bioelectric fields or radiation-eating pigments. Could intelligent life evolve here? Carl Sagan once speculated that gas giants might host intelligent floaters. They would have evolved aerial communication, perhaps even electrical languages using controlled bioluminescence. Their environment, though chaotic, is also layered and structured. Could they build tools? Perhaps not. But could they form societies, communicate across great distances, and coordinate hunts or migrations? It's within the realm of possibility. The gas giants in our own solar system are fascinating, but they're not alone. Exoplanets like WASP-39b or HD 189733b are hot Jupiter's massive gas giants orbiting close to their stars. Their clouds are filled with exotic chemicals, sodium, titanium oxide, and even possible water vapor. Every one of them could be home to strange atmosphere-borne ecosystems. And as we learn to analyze their spectra, we may one day detect the chemical fingerprints of life. We're already imagining missions to explore gas giants. NASA has proposed robotic balloons and aerial probes that would float in Jupiter's or Saturn's upper clouds, sampling the air, studying lightning, and looking for organics. Future missions may go further, deploying gliders or autonomous drones to map the layers of alien skies. Someday we might even send artificial intelligence to search for life in these swirling, chaotic realms. What if there's already something there, floating just below the cloud tops, watching perhaps, or simply drifting, unaware of our curiosity? We've barely scratched the surface of what life can be, and if gas giants do harbor life, it may be older, stranger, and more beautiful than anything we can imagine. These are not just planets. They might be worlds, living worlds. Life might not just exist on warm Earth-like planets. It could float on clouds, feed on storms, swim through skies 1,000 times deeper than Earth's oceans. So next time you look at Jupiter through a telescope, just imagine something could be looking back, drifting, dreaming, waiting among the clouds. If this glimpse into alien skies intrigued you, give this video a like and subscribe for more journeys into speculative life, deep space, and beyond. What kind of life do you think could exist in gas giants? Leave your wildest ideas in the comments. Let's imagine the universe together.